welcome to this month's Cubit Network's Not-for-Profit Spotlight. Today I'm here with Aaron Charles, who's the Director of Marketing at Ronald McDonald House Charities here in South Bend.
Yep, absolutely.
And I'm also here with Jay Seaburg,
yes,
our brand ambassador. So Aaron, thanks so much for joining us. So tell us a little bit about what you got going on here.
Absolutely. So, thanks for having us on. This is great. I love what you guys are doing with this nonprofit spotlight. It's such a cool thing. So we're glad to have you here. And we're at Ronald McDonald House Charities of Michiana. We've been here in South Bend for 21 years now. Started in 2002 as a family room in Beacon Children's Hospital. And at that time we had 3 bedrooms. It was a 1,500 square foot facility. And then in 2017 we built the space that we're in right now. And it is a 20-bedroom, 15,000 square foot facility.
Awesome.
And so it really has added our capacity to serve families here in the Michiana area. And that's our mission. We provide a home away from home for families with sick and injured children receiving care here at Beacon Children's Hospital. We provide all our services free of charge. And one thing that people, I think, may not be aware of when it comes to Ronald McDonald House is, so we actually provide services to children ages 21 and younger. So I think a lot of people associate us with like babies in the NICU, young kids. We certainly serve families in those situations, but we also serve the hematology oncology unit at Beacon Children's Hospital. So that would be children with cancer or blood disorders, pediatric unit. And then, this time of year, unfortunately, in the summer, you get a lot of teenagers that get in car accidents. Any of those families are welcome to stay with us, use our services, and it's all free of charge.
So I was telling you earlier, so Jay,
yes,
it's kind of come full circle here, right, Jay?
Yeah, so it's getting interesting for me. So almost 24 years ago, I was born at this hospital, 13 weeks premature, 2 pounds 4 ounces. Doctors told me that I was going to live for 48 hours, and here I am almost 24 years later helping other people out.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And so at that time, that was right before you had the family room. But my wife Sarah spent, I think, 8 weeks here in just a little room off to the side. And I can remember as a young man hearing about them building the family room and then this. And Sarah and I actually spent 3 nights in the Ronald McDonald House in Indianapolis. Jay had some procedures done at Riley. And so I can speak firsthand about the blessing that it provides to the family.
Yeah.
Because
I know from firsthand experience that hotels can be expensive.
Absolutely.
And having to drive to get food and whatnot, it
can be a lot. Yeah, for sure. So anyway, so this is near and dear to us.
Yeah.
So tell me about how did Ronald McDonald House kind of like in general get started way back when?
Yep. So in the mid-'70s in Philadelphia was the first house that was built. And it was a partnership between the Children's Hospital there in Philadelphia. They had a doctor there, Dr. Audrey Evans, who she actually just passed away about a year and a half ago. But was one of the foremost child surgeons in the world. I mean, just an incredible woman, impacted so many lives, and they're actually right now in process on doing a movie about her life. So I'm really looking forward for that coming out. She's just an incredible woman. And she realized as she was treating patients that, families were traveling back and forth. I mean, in Philadelphia, a lot of times families were coming from pretty long distances away. Right, yeah. So she saw this need for the families, but she also noticed that for the patients that she was treating, having their families close by obviously helps with just recovery time. Exactly. There's a lot wrapped up in that. And so she really made it her mission to figure out a way that they could keep families close together and close by one another in this traumatic time. And so Philadelphia Eagles kind of came together and partnered with the hospital on that, and one of their main sponsors at the time was McDonald's. And so the whole partnership just kind of started there, and ever since then, we've continued growing. We are up to now 383 chapters around the world. And so it is a worldwide organization. We're a global charity. And so really what that means for us here in Michiana is, we have the resources, the connections, the kind of thought leadership sharing from all of our partners, around the country and around the globe. In fact, just next week, we're going to have a conference with some of our other chapters from around the country and learn and kind of, share best practices, that kind of thing. So that kind of network is really great, but all of our operations here are local, right? So we are our own kind of autonomous charity here, and all of the money that comes into us stays right here locally. Let's see, I'm trying to think of our latest stats. About just under 50% of the families we serve are from either St. Joe or Elkhart County.
Okay.
So those are our two top counties served, as you might imagine. But really, a lot of our care stays right here for families who are from this area. Now, the flip side of that is we serve anybody who comes to our front door, right? So we've served families from around the world. We've served families that are traveling, from different parts of the country. There's really no criteria to stay with us. The only criteria really is that you have a child here at Beacon Children's Hospital. Other than that, there's no financial, requirement. We've had, business owners of Fortune 500 companies stay, right? Anybody who comes to our front door, we're going to serve. The only type of check we do run a sex offender registry check on any family that's checking in with us, just to make sure we're providing a safe environment here. But other than that, we are ready to serve any family that comes to us.
You were saying earlier too that the local McDonald's owners of Michiana are very involved.
Very involved. Yep.
And then a lot of the fundraising happens locally.
Absolutely. So well. McDonald's and Beacon are two founding partners, and they are both still very involved in our operations. And as I mentioned, we have two local McDonald's owner operators. They're on our board of directors, and all of our local operators are very involved in supporting us. One quick thing I'll mention is that if you're going through the drive-thru at McDonald's, we now have a program where you can round up your order up, and the extra change will go to us.
Oh, okay, cool.
So and all the operators have really done a great job of training that program to the point where this year we've already raised over $100,000 from that program alone, just from rounding up. So
amazing. I'll remember that when I get a coffee.
So we really appreciate that partnership. But as you said, most of our donations come from either individual donors here in the Michiana area or corporate partners that we have. So I like to say I love the fact that Michiana is literally in our name. We are a regional charity for sure.
And so for full transparency here, while Jay and I are down on floor 2 doing an interview with you, the rest of the Cubit staff is on floor 3 preparing lunch. Right, so, which was a great service project for us. So they were actually making lunch from scratch. It was kind of cool. So we had to have a shopping list and go out and get the food and come back, and we're making food from scratch, and then we're going to be able to serve it to the families here shortly.
Absolutely, and
so
honestly,
that's awesome.
It's one of my favorite things when teams like yours come in and prepare a meal like this. One, it's a great team building opportunity for you guys, right?
Ability to serve, big for us.
And then for us, we have already provided over 5,000 meals to families this year. So we have a deep need of food, of getting meals prepared. I mean, we have volunteers that do that every day, but to have teams like yours come in and prepare, larger meals, maybe different meals than we've had, I mean, it truly makes a huge difference for our families. They love when we have, teams come in like this. So that's always a great way for people to get involved.
To serve. So if people want to learn more about Ronald McDonald House of Michiana, where would they do that?
So you can go to our website. It's rmhcmichiana.org. That's the easiest place to learn about any volunteer opportunities we have, any events we have coming up, or just to learn more about our mission. So that's all going to be on our website. You can also,
if people want to help,
absolutely,
there's places to give financially through the website, I'm sure.
So when you go to our website, right there on the homepage, there's a ribbon where we've got 3 different call to action buttons, so you can donate. There's a couple different ways to donate, either a general donation, or if you're making a donation in a tribute to a family member, or if you're interested in volunteering, we have a volunteer form on our website where you can either sign up to come donate a meal like you guys are doing today, or you can sign up for one of our volunteer shifts. So we have 3-hour volunteer shifts every day that anybody can sign up for.
That's awesome.
For those, I should say, we do have a requirement if you're going to volunteer in the house to be 18 or older.
Sure.
For the meal donations, if you want to get your whole family together and bring your kids in, like that's totally fine.
Okay.
But for our volunteer shifts, we do ask that you be over 18. Yeah, we have lots of different opportunities there. And then you can also find us on social media, all of our social media accounts. It's at RMHC Michiana.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, Aaron, thank you so much for what you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's bleeding out of you, your passion for
Yeah.
this, so that's great. Thanks for letting us serve.
Absolutely.
Obviously, this is near and dear to Jay and I.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were talking on the way over here about how kind of cool it is.
Yeah.
To come back to kind of where
I love
we're all
the
started
full
for you.
circle moment. Yeah, it's really
sure.
cool.
So, and thanks everybody for watching.
See ya.
Thank you.